having a renewed mind, knowing this God, and also knowing Him. Bible says, "Those who do know
No.
shall do great exploits."
Yes.
So nothing could hold me back. Oh, I don't believe it. I'll mash it down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I became trauma. It was in that renewed mind transformation came.
Wow.
And when transformation came, my vision opened, the light came, and I started seeing clearly. So I started seeing that all this while, what I was being trained for, those little experiences I was having as a child, were all adding up together to become one.
Yes.
And then God called me and said, I want you to go out there to minister to women, especially those who are the suburbs, those are the rural areas. And I want you to reach out to them with the love of Jesus. He taught me so much and said, go and tell them that I love them. That's all I want you to do for me. And you're not going to go empty. As you're going, you're going to take food with you. You're going to take clothes with you.
And that's a lot.
Yes, and then you're also going to teach them skill that will make them have something to rely on.
I feel empowered.
You're going to empower them. And said, okay, this is what your assignment is now. You see, I had an encounter one time in 2013. I was cleaning my living room, and then I heard a voice audibly. And I heard this voice, it said, called my native name in full. Fewo. I said, there's nobody in this house. And I just really got married, and I was still mopping. And he said, immediately the name came again. I just realized this name was from Jesus. As in, I didn't even anybody. Yes, I just knew it was God. I said, yes, Lord. So the fear just gripped me. And he said, have you ever asked yourself why you're so creative without even learning anything? You just get to know. I said, no. He said, that's because I made you so. And I am the Lord. He introduced himself and said, He's sending me to go out there and raise women and help women live better life before Jesus. And I said, but I don't have money. See, I'm just starting. He said, I've ordered people will help you. Go to, he called a hotel name then, it was a very prominent hotel. Go there, tell the manager he will give you a space that we would use for the empowerment program. He told me many things. I said, okay, every instruction he gave me, I was so scared. So when my husband came at that time, he asked me, I thought I was even looking, I told him, he said, okay, like Samuel said, like he said, that Bishop said to them one time that if you have an encounter like that, you can say, God, give me a confirmation. And I should pray and say, God, give me a confirmation. I said, okay. So he left. And I said, Father, give me a confirmation. This is from you. I want you to do something that will make me know that this is from you, really from you. So I went to sleep. I was sleeping. I heard it was raining heavily. So I ran downstairs to pack my clothes. And my clothes were already soaked. So I came back with the clothes because it had been raining for a while. I didn't even know. By the time I got upstairs, I checked. The clothes were not wet.
What?
These clothes that I had to go and ask my neighbor, how long has it been raining? Was it 30 minutes? My house was so like the presence of God was over the house. I knew this was God. I knew this was it. And I heard the Lord say, you wanted confirmation. And you just got one. And that's how I started. Went to that hotel. It's a big hotel where the space is bigger than the space. He was going for 350,000
as at then.
And the Holy Spirit said, go and tell the manager to give you the space. So I went there and told the manager, I said, sir, I want to use your place. It's 350,000. I said, well, I don't have that money. But I said, let me explain to you what I want to use it for. So what I want to use it for. And the Holy Spirit told me to come and tell you that this is what I want to use it for. He sat and looked at me and said, really? I said, yes. So how much do you have? And I said, well, I don't have any money, but I can afford. He said, but if you're able to pay so for something, I said, I can afford 10,000. Okay. He said, okay, that's fine. You can pay 10,000. Looked at him again and said, you sure? He said, yes. He told me, he said he's a pastor. And that before I came, God had told him that somebody's coming. And he told me, he said, You're at the right place. He smiled. I said, "If you let me use the hall." That's how I started the ministry. That was 2013. But I stopped in the middle when I became pregnant with my daughter. I couldn't continue, and then I had this burden upon my heart soul to continue until eventually. But sorry, that was 2007. I mean, not 2013, 2007. Eventually started again in 2013. And since then, it has been from one level to another. One thing I noticed with God is just I don't have an ambition when it comes to the call of God.
Yes.
I don't have. I don't have it. It's not a career for me. It's not. I don't have an ambition. So it's not like I have an ambition and say, okay, I have a vision. I don't have a vision when it comes to working with God. He gives me his vision part time. So I follow God's vision part time. Now I can tell you the vision of God for me in 2013 is not the same vision now. It's evolved with time. One time I was serving in When Women Pray, said, leave When Women Pray now, go to Lagos and serve under this person. I came to serve in Lagos. And after 5 minutes, he said, leave this place, go and do this assignment. I'm giving you this assignment to do now. So I don't have a vision. If it was for me alone, I wouldn't leave Abuja. I would still be there because I left everything I'd worked for and came to Lagos. Now I don't have it, but I realize that as I follow God's ambition, my life is growing by the day. Joy is coming, light is coming, comfort. It gives me protection, and gives me comfort in all of these assignments. And now in this phase of my life, the assignment is given to me is creative hands ministry. Now who knows? Another assignment might come tomorrow, but this one right now is creative hands ministry. And God, and I try, that is where this open mind comes in.
Sure.
And I thank God for the days he taught me in the place of fellowship how to open my mind and just let him have my heart. Those times he told me to do the things that are impossible, like going to apologize to someone who has hurt you. Those are strong. Those times were times that he had to break me to make me. And now, telling me to do an assignment is not difficult for him. Just tell me, this is what I want to do. And I'm there. I used to make fun and say, God says, Daisy, hey, before you do this, I've already jumped. And saying, I'm going.
Wow.
So I really don't have an ambition when it comes to God's call. But I have other businesses I do aside the call on my own. And I've not always been doing those businesses. At the time I stopped so I can focus on God's call. But for those ones, they have vision. I have personal vision. But they don't interfere with God. So if anything that would want to interfere with God, I put it aside. Because first thing first is the call. So that's been the story of my life. It all started with a renewed mind that resulted to a transformed life. And because I'm now a transformed life, he's using me to transform others.
Oh God. Wow. This is amazing. For is the yield, like the Gen Zs will say, is the yieldedness for me? Is the obedience for me? Is the renewal of mind for me? That's a whole lot. I mean, in this contemporary moment where we want to get things very fast, like everybody is after the fast food vibe. Things are happening. Technology is coming now. We have the artificial intelligence. Now a lot of expectation has been placed on women to do things. Every woman wants to look classy. I have to echo the classy and looking and chasing the things after God and still remaining devoted to him, still being relevant to your society is a huge thing. And that is big. Wow. It's a lot of inspiration to us, and that's really big. I just believe that you saying this to us would actually jeer us to move further in our journey of becoming more. It's, for me, like I said, it's the yieldedness for me. Because right now, that's a very expensive currency. To pay attention to God and to yield. It's because it's actually makes us look mundane in their eyes. Like, this one is just sitting down wasting time. Do this one, you don't want to follow the trend, you don't want to follow the vibe, and everybody is in the world hustling and trying to make ends meet. And even the people that says, okay, I want to go out for God, they are still after their personal interest, but
yes.
I could feel the sincerity and the genuinity, whilst your renewed mind led to the transformed life, and now you're transforming life. And another thing that even got me is when you said, this is what God is saying now. You don't know what He will say
tomorrow. Before God gave me this assignment, so I met there's this pastor that came to minister. He heard me preach and called me and said, "You won't shine here. I would advise you go to a church setting. Go and serve in a church setting, and you'll be more heard in a church setting. This ministry you're serving, I don't see you shining here." Like, he saw that I was worth much more than where I was, And I said to him, I said, well, I've never thought of that, and also I'm not thinking for God, because I don't have an ambition when it comes to working with God. This is where God said I should be for now, and that's where I am. I'm not doing it because I want visibility. I'm not doing it for fame. I'm doing it because it's God's assignment for me at this time. And he was like, "Are you serious?" He's a big minister. He's an older. He's been in the Lord for a long time. So when when the man left, when the pastor left me, I just got thinking. I said, "Oh, would this be the reason why this pastor did not progress in ministry? Because they create ambitions for themselves. So if it is not working for me in a fellowship setting, so I should go to a church setting because I am fit or because I am capable to deliver in a church setting." I said, no. For the first time, I saw that I had a different mindset from him and from so many people. Like, my elder sister has a ministry called Women of Rescue. Women of Rescue have always been there. Even when I was serving, I wasn't doing anything. I was serving under someone when she had this Women of Rescue. When she brought Women of Rescue to Lagos, when inaugurated it, she called people out to the altar that we're going to start the ministry in various places. When the people came, I didn't come out. You know why I didn't come out? Because I was serving in a ministry that God told me to serve. It will be a no for me to come out and serve in her ministry. God didn't tell me to serve in her ministry. He was specific about where I should serve. And I didn't come out. My sister understands very well. So when there's in my own house, her ministry, they have a cell in my house. So when the cell, when they were going to do something, and all that, my mom was saying I have to serve. And I said, no, I'm not serving. And I have pastors training to do in my fellowship. I cannot serve. That assignment is more important to me than this one. And she was like, no, this is your sister's thing. You have to be involved. I said, no, I'm sorry. I cannot be involved. That if it was a day that I didn't have an assignment in my fellowship, I would have done it.
Yeah.
But because otherwise, she said she's going to report it to my mom, my sister. I said, my mom, I said, Mom, you don't understand. So I just ignored it. Now, God knows how committed. I was doing all that not because of any man, because I love God. I love God. So I always like to hear him say before I make any move. And because he hasn't said leave there, I was there. I was even there when there were so many other things happening to me there. I was still there. Because God did not say you. I don't have an ambition when it comes to God's work. So I was in that ministry. I stayed there till I heard God said to me, it's time. Stand up. Even my pastor had told me a long time and said, God told me you will be leaving soon. I still did not even bother. I didn't know because God didn't tell me until he told me. When he told me, I said, when he told me, my pastor was even not around. He told me, do not go back again. This is what you're going to do. Separate yourself now. I told my pastor, God said I should separate myself. I should wait till she comes. I said, no, God said now. And I did it right there.
You take this for me.
And even when I did it, my pastor said, no, Daisy, I'm not happy. I said, please, I told her to speak to God about it, that God will give her confirmation on if God actually sent me, he'll tell her. And she told me it's okay. If God says she should, why not? And I had to yield. I left. And I separated myself for 40 days as God told me to do. It was after the separation that God gave me this assignment.
Wow.
And said, go and do this assignment. So, if you ask me, I do not have an ambition when it comes to God's work. I just follow Him at times. He will just tell me, this is what I want to do now. Create this, create structure, do this, make a system, let it work. This is what I want you to do. So I can create ambition and vision for my business and all that, but when it comes to God's work, I just follow headlong. And I'm always I always yield to any instruction you give me. Because if you are in the wrong place of assignment, you won't have defense. You won't have backing. God only backs those who are in the right place that He has sent them to. If you are in the right place of your assignment, you make provisions for you. You do everything to give you comfort, to be ready for you. There will be supernatural supply. There will be defense. Everything will be ready for you. So I am in that place of building my relationship with God and creating a new mindset, renewing my mind, just the place of transformation. I was actually walked on by God. He really transformed my mind to the point where, for me, it's not fame. If you ask me, I don't like fame. I don't like to be seen. I don't like to be visible. I don't know why. I've always don't like to be visible. Because growing up, I was very light. So if we are like 5 ladies standing, you must see me. If we are like 50, you must see me first. And apart from being light, I always look good. It's just by default. So if I stand in a place with all the women, you must single me out. I have this thing about me. When I walk into a room, I just own the room. So because of that, I don't like to be visible. I would like to be. That made me love black clothes a lot at the time. So I just want to wear black clothes and just be hidden. But somehow it's not possible. So lately, God told me in 2020, He said, I should go on all out. He's giving me an online ministry. And that's visibility. I don't like it. I don't this generation, I don't like this generation where they take pictures every time. You know, you see them in church taking pictures. You know, I don't like it. I'm not that type that takes picture every minute. You know, I don't believe in snapping my food, putting it on status, you know, snapping what I'm wearing, putting it. I have to now start doing it.
Yeah.
So when I went, he said go online. I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but I had to just do it. And guess what God said I should go and tell them online? That Jesus is coming soon. It's such a rare message to go and preach online. But I had to go out there and I started preaching it online. And that gave me an online ministry. And God told me, even when that we should publish our messages, bring them online, let them. Maybe I'm going somewhere. I've not even started yet. That place I'm going is huge. The assignment is huge. Someday you make reference back to this interview. When that time comes, it's a huge assignment. So everything I'm going through now is their experiences that will help me.
So experiences are like a propelling factor in our journey of becoming more. As we discover more of ourselves that God has placed in us, experiences will actually just propel us.
Experience with God.
With God.
With God.
Okay. Wow.
So it prepares you for tomorrow. Lately, God was telling me, He gave me something in my heart. Say, do this. Create forth this. Do this one. Do that one now. Get yourself ready. You know, at the time, I stopped the online administration because I'll do a video. I go live. I'll do a video, and then like probably 4 or 5 people come on to this. And no, I wasn't even discouraged because I was doing the video because that's what God wanted to do, and I didn't even bother. But by the time we go back, 500 and something views. It's a lot. I mean, in my first video on YouTube, I just opened YouTube in 2020, posted one video. I wasn't even praying. I just said I'll be praying in tongues. You know, on Instagram, it was like an announcement. And I got 930 something subscribers in less than a week.
That's God. It has to be good.
Guess what?
Of
That
course.
channel, I have not posted anything else. Those subscribers are still there.
Wow.
When I told my media people that I got my, said, "Are you?" I said, "It's true. I have." They went there to see it. It was only lately because when I delivered doing the live video one day, it just got dawned on me. Like, say, no, there's a better way to do it. Ask myself, Daisy, if you are not the one preaching and you stumble into this person's video, would you listen to it? I said, no. No. I
Be
won't know.
sincere to yourself.
Yes, I said, I won't listen to it. And they also asked me why. I said, first, the video quality, no, they don't know. Secondly, the lady is singing at the background. It's not, I don't even know what she's saying. And the Holy Spirit said, get to work. Do what will. Say you are playing. Do you think you are coming here to play? I'm not playing. The essence is to reach out to these people with the word. So if it's not going to them, if it can't appeal to you, it's not appealing to them.
Sure.
And it said restructure. Step aside and restructure. So I stopped it. And I had this new vision in my mind that God gave me. He said, this is how you should work now going forward. Do it like this. You create a video that when people see, they'll say, wow, who's this? Let me even listen to her. And the first few minutes, they're listening to you. God asked me a question. He said, there are two people I follow online on Instagram. So why do you follow these women? Why would you see like an advert of their podcast meeting on Instagram and then you run to YouTube to go and listen to it? Why? I said, because the video quality, what they say makes sense, is a lifestyle. He said, good. So get to work. These women put too much into this thing. It's a lot. We can't be mediocre because we are believers. No.
True.
You have to also deliver. So I stopped it completely. And at that time, God gave me a new assignment. We got a place for our fellowship and the headquarters. So we're doing all kind of work until I went back to the online administration. Now, different from what it has always been. Bigger and better